What is up everyone, Barricade here, and I'm bringing you guys a quick Gears of War 4 discussion video. Just yesterday they actually showed a video showing the music behind Gears of War 4 and like the composers and a lot of interesting things regarding the score for Gears of War 4. But the thing that was really interesting about the video is that they showed a Pendulum Wars flashback where they show Hoffman, they show a bunch of Gears fighting in the war, and we even see a few Gears that look like Carmines, like they have the Carmine armor and things like that. I don't think they're actually Carmines themselves because that wouldn't fit with their ages, but it does in fact seem really cool to see some standard gear armor, standard classic gear armor, characters that look similar to that of Anthony Carmine and Ben and all of that. But the one thing I really wanted to talk about when it comes to this flashback portion here is a lot of people are saying that the guy right next to Hoffman right here in this image is Carlos Santiago. And for a brief instant, I actually thought that too. I thought, oh shit, we're seeing Carlos Santiago, Dominic Santiago's brother. But of course, I kind of remembered the fact that in the novels, as a commando, Dom actually rolled with Hoffman during that mission. So I actually think who we're seeing is not Carlos, we're actually seeing Dom as a commando. And I know a lot of people, or even myself, are kind of questioning it, like, wait a second, we saw Commando Dom and what he looked like in Gears of War 3 as a character skin. But I mean, that's just a character skin. They could easily change what he looks like and actually make him look a lot different during that war. Plus, once again, it's just a character skin, so they don't have to really state that that character skin is actually canon to the story, that it's actually something, or how he actually looked. It was just like a cool skin that they threw in for Gears of War 3, so it's pretty okay, in my opinion, for them to just change it. And actually, I don't mind how this Commando Dom, if it is him, looks like, because, you know, he's wearing the really cool looking armor, he has the painting on his face, it looks really cool, and like the marking and camouflage looks pretty damn badass. And then we actually see for a brief instant in the video, I'm going to throw a link in the description, go watch it real quick, because the one thing that was kind of brief and I didn't catch the first time watching it is for a brief instant you see gameplay of what looks like a normal gear jumping over cover. And like I said before, people are going to think those are Carmines. Those aren't Carmines. The Carmines didn't join the war until after Emergence Day. They would be too young at this time to be a part of the Pendulum Wars. They were most likely children at the time. I believe Clay Carmine was most likely around 12 or 13 years old at this time, and then all the other brothers were way too young. So they're not Carmines, but they are Gears that look like Carmines. They have the standard armor, and we get to see them, you know, getting in battle, getting hurt. One is like telling the other one to get up, and he's picking him up, and they're both running off together. So it's actually really pretty damn interesting, and I really can't wait to try this because I didn't know that they were going to do this. But it makes a lot of sense that they would, because what I theorized, or the reason why I believe they're bringing this up, is it's kind of a little bit of an homage to Marcus's character, because of the fact that Marcus was considered a traitor, you know, due to disobeying orders during a battle to try to save his father. And now in Gears of War 4, we're getting JD, who's pretty much disobeying orders as well, trying to help Kate save her mother. And now they're pretty much considered traitors or abandoners or whatever the heck you want to call it. So it's something kind of similar in a sense where they both went other ways to, you know, save someone, and it's costing them and getting them in a lot of trouble. And then we get to see this cool flashback to, you know, we see Hoffman and Commando Dom, who I believe it is, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see Marcus as well. It doesn't make sense they won't show Marcus in this when it's supposed to be a flashback of the Pendulum Wars, and Marcus seems to be like one of the main characters in Gears of War 4, even though he is a little bit more of a minor character now, and it's more about JD, Kate, and Del. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have this flashback for a reason, to show Marcus's past, his battle on Asphalt Point, and just pretty much the whole little epic battle between the COG and the UIR. And I'm actually really excited about this because, to be 100% honest, I always thought of the Pendulum Wars as something kind of boring. I never really wanted to see it in a game. I never really wanted to see it at all because it never felt like Gears to me. It always felt kind of weird. You know, human versus human never felt cool at all. But honestly, seeing this brief instant got me pretty dang hype, and I wouldn't be mad at all if this part was like a couple hours long or something like that. A good little decent chunk of the game where we see the Pendulum Wars and the battle that actually ends those wars as well, because on Asphalt Fields they basically steal the blueprints that create the Hammer of Dawn, and that's how the war ends. After that battle, it pretty much is deemed over because the UIR couldn't fight back once the Hammer of Dawn was created. And if this really is Carlos though, because I personally think it's actually Dom, because like I stated in the novels, they had Dom working with Hoffman as a commando while they were infiltrating the UIR scientists' base. But the thing is, it could still be Carlos, you know what I mean? I can't say for sure. They could change the story for all I know. And the thing is, if it is Carlos though, and we actually see Carlos in this flashback, we're going to see how he dies. Because in the Pendulum Wars, in that final battle, he dies saving Marcus. Which is ironic because he dies in a fiery explosion that saves him. Similar to that of Dominic Santiago, who also ended up dying in a fiery explosion saving Marcus. So this is going to be pretty freaking interesting. I'm actually pretty damn hyped once again for this because it looks pretty dang good, man. I ain't gonna lie. This got me hyped. I actually kind of skipped the trailer at first, that little musical score trailer, because I just thought they were going to be talking about the composers. But then I actually asked, I'll check it out, and I check it out, and I see these scenes, and I'm like, what the okay, maybe I should have watched this. Like, I felt dumb for not watching it before. And I'm glad I did, because now I got to see this awesome thing, and hopefully a cool flashback with Dom, and hopefully they'll actually add that version of Dom as a playable character, if it is Dom. If it's Carlos though, I'll still actually play as him, because regardless if it's Dom or not, that character looked pretty freaking badass standing right next to Hoffman, and I'm glad that they showed him using retros, because that was actually a stated fact that the chainsaw bayonet was not created until after the Pendulum Wars. So I'm glad that they had that, because if they didn't, I would have actually got pissed off. But anyways guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think about this Pendulum Wars flashback that's going to be in Gears of War 4. I'm pretty damn hyped. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see my most recent Dragon Ball video, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching guys.